Hey everyone, welcome back to Grocery Store English, made easy. I'm Zach, and it feels great to hang out with you again for a calm, simple start to your week.
And I'm Emily. If you're new, hi and welcome. This show is A1 to A2 friendly, so we speak clearly, keep sentences short, and focus on real grocery trips.
Today we're sharing things we actually said in stores, asking for items, checking prices, getting help, reading labels, and paying politely. These easy lines help you feel relaxed and confident.
What to expect? We'll talk slowly, give short pauses so you can echo a phrase if you want, add quick role plays, and build a small phrase bank you can use today.
Before we jump in, subscribe and hit like so you don't miss the next episode. Comment with one phrase you'll try this week. Grab the episode notes and turn on captions for shadowing.
Quick story. Last Saturday, I went for brown rice and got lost between tall shelves. I asked an employee, "Excuse me, where can I find brown rice?" He smiled. "Aisle 7, next to the pasta." By the way, aisle means the long path between shelves. The word sounds like aisle. Knowing that helped me stop wandering and walk straight to the right section.
Last night I needed oat milk. I couldn't see it, so I asked, "Do you have oat milk?" The staff said, "Yes, dairy section, top shelf." I slowed down, made eye contact, and it felt easy. At the fridge, I picked a carton and asked, "How much is this?" Clear, simple, one question. The answer was quick, and I liked hearing the price twice because the store was loud.
At checkout, I said, "Hi, how's your day going?" The cashier smiled and asked, "Do you need a bag?" I said, "Yes, one reusable bag, please." I kept the receipt. That's the paper that shows what you paid.
Quick recap. We greeted the cashier, asked for an item, and checked a price. One clear question at a time works beautifully. Soft voice, small smile, and simple words.
All right, that's our welcome. In this episode, we'll keep sharing short, real lines you can use today. Subscribe, drop your phrase in the comments, download the notes, and let's head down aisle 1.
Okay, we're in the store now. First thing I needed today was bananas. I walked to the front where the produce is. Produce means fruits and vegetables. I didn't see bananas, so I used a soft opener. "Excuse me, where can I find bananas?" The worker said, "Over there in produce, right by the apples." Simple and fast.
That reminds me of last week. I wanted brown rice and felt lost between tall shelves. I asked, "Which aisle is brown rice?" The staff answered, "Aisle 7, top shelf next to the pasta." Aisle is the long path between shelves. It sounds like aisle, and shelf is the flat level where items sit.
Quick mini recap. Soft opener, clear noun, one request. It keeps the talk easy. When the store is loud, I like to make eye contact and smile. It helps me hear the answer better and shows I'm friendly.
Speaking of that, I went searching for oat milk yesterday. I headed to the dairy section first. I asked a worker, "Do you have oat milk?" He said, "We're sold out today." I followed with, "Is there another brand?" He pointed to a different carton on the third shelf and said, "Try this one in dairy."
I love how clear the section signs can be. Produce, dairy, bakery, frozen. When I wanted fresh bread, I followed the bakery sign. Later, I needed ice cream and walked to frozen, the place with the big glass doors and cold air.
Funny you say that. I was in Frozen looking for dumplings and told the clerk, "I'm looking for dumplings." He replied, "Right next to the pizza." I liked that phrase, "right next to." It helps me find the exact spot quickly. Also, frozen just means food kept very cold.
If I still can't find something, I go to customer service. It's the desk near the front where they answer questions. One time they reprinted my receipt. Receipt sounds like receipt, and the P is silent. Handy word to know.
Listening tip time. I often hear, "It's on aisle 7, right next to the bread," or "We're sold out today." I focus on the keywords, aisle number, nearby item, or sold out, and I repeat the number back to confirm.
Let's do 3 quick mini scenes. First, bananas. I walk up and say softly, "Excuse me, where can I find bananas?"
I'm the worker. They're in produce, right by the apples. I point to the front display and add, "Bottom shelf." Clear and done.
Second scene, rice. I ask, "Which aisle is brown rice?"
Aisle 7, top shelf, next to the pasta. See the pattern? Number, shelf level, nearby item. Super useful.
Third scene, oat milk. I ask, "Do you have oat milk?" If I hear, "We're sold out today," I follow with, "Is there another size or brand?"
Nice flow. Soft opener, clear noun, one request at a time. If I don't catch the reply, I say, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "Could you please point to the section?" It keeps the talk polite and easy.
Quick wrap-up. Use "excuse me." Say the item clearly. Bananas, brown rice, oat milk. And listen for common replies like aisle numbers or right next to. Sections help too. Produce, dairy, bakery, frozen, or customer service when you need a hand. So, we're in the dairy aisle comparing 2 milk brands. One carton is bigger, but the price tag looks higher. I checked the small print on the shelf, the unit price, and I told myself, this one is cheaper per liter. That tiny number saves me money every time.
I use the same trick with yogurt. The sticker shows a big price, but the unit price tells the truth. Unit price just means the cost for 1 unit, like 1 liter or 1 pound. If that number is lower, the item is usually a better value.
A minute later, I picked up a new brand and asked the worker, "How much is this?" He said, $3.59. I repeated it back, $3.59. The short pause helps me hear clearly. The store was loud, so I added, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat, please?" He smiled and said it again.
Speaking of numbers, I like clear money talk. If the tag says $4.05, I say $4.05. If it's $4 flat, I say $4. Simple and steady. It keeps my brain calm when I'm choosing between 2 similar items.
Quick recap. Ask a short question. How much is this? Repeat the number with a pause, and check the unit price for value. Those 3 steps make price choices easier, even when the aisle feels busy.
Now, sales. I walked past an end cap display. That's the small shelf at the end of the aisle, with pasta and a big sign, 2 for 1. I asked, "Is this on sale?" The clerk said, "Yes, with club price." Club price means you need the store card to get the discount.
I had a similar moment with cereal. The family pack looked more expensive, but the unit price was lower. I still asked, "Do you have a smaller size?" The worker pointed me to a small box on the middle shelf. I chose small because I don't eat cereal fast. For me, fresher beats giant.
At the deli counter last week, I told the clerk, "What's the price per pound for cheddar?" He answered, $6.99 per pound. I said, "Great, could I get half a pound?" Price per pound, or per kilo, tells the cost for each unit of weight. That helped me order the right amount.
Mini scene time. Milk brands. I held brand A and brand B. A was $3.59 for a smaller size. B was $3.99 but bigger. The unit price showed B was cheaper per liter. I told myself, B is better value, and into the cart it went.
Another scene. Peanut butter. I asked a team member, "Do you have a smaller jar?" He nodded. "Top shelf, 12 ounce. The big jar was more expensive today, but cheaper per unit. I picked the small jar because I didn't need a family pack this week. Right choice for my budget.
One more. Cookies on an end cap with a bright yellow tag. I asked, "Is this on sale?" The cashier said, "Discount starts tomorrow." I told her, "Thanks, I'll wait." Tiny question, easy savings.
Sometimes two items are the same price, same size, same everything. I say, they're the same price. Then I decide by taste or ingredients. If one is cheaper or more expensive, I use those words to keep my thinking clear.
Quick recap before we move on. Ask short money questions. Listen for dollars and cents. Repeat the number and check unit price. Use simple decision words, cheaper, more expensive, better value, or same price, and you'll feel calm at the shelf.
And if the answer isn't clear, I always say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat, please?" It's polite, it works, and it keeps the conversation friendly while you make a smart choice.
Let's dig into labels. Today I grabbed 2 cereal boxes and actually read them. Name, flavor, size, all right on the front. Then I flipped to the back for ingredients and nutrition facts. That's where I decide fast. Less sugar, more fiber, into the cart.
I had a yogurt moment this morning. I read it out loud to myself. Strawberry, 500 grams. Then I asked the worker, "Where's the expiration date?" He pointed to the lid. It said best before May 12th. Best before is about quality, taste, and texture. Use by is about safety. Don't eat it after that date.
Allergies matter too. My friend can't have nuts, so I checked the allergy warning. Contains almonds, may contain peanuts. I told myself, nope. I asked the clerk, does it contain nuts? He nodded, so I put it back. That tiny check keeps my friend safe.
Speaking of sugar, I compared 2 tomato sauces. I asked, is there added sugar? One label said no added sugar. The other listed sugar in the ingredients. Nutrition facts helped me see grams per serving. Small numbers, big difference in taste and energy.
I also look at country of origin. The tomatoes were from Mexico. Another brand was local. I chose the one that looked fresher today. Country of origin just tells you where the food came from. Helpful when you're choosing flavor or supporting nearby farms.
Quick visual tour. The barcode is the black lines the cashier scans. A QR code is the little square pattern. I scanned one and got a recipe. Symbols help too. Vegan, organic, gluten-free. Storage lines matter. Keep refrigerated. Shake well. Use within 3 days after opening. I follow those to avoid waste.
My 3-step label check goes like this. First, size. 500 grams or 750 grams. Second, unit price. The tiny number per 100 grams. Third, date. Best before or use by. I did that with 2 yogurts. The bigger one had a lower unit price but an earlier date, so I picked the smaller one with a longer date. Better value for my week.
Funny you say that. I compared soup jars at the end of the aisle. I read the serving line, about 2 servings. The family jar was cheaper per unit, but huge for me. I chose the smaller jar and told the cashier, I'll finish this while it's fresh. No leftovers, no stress.
Tiny recap. Scan the front for name and size. Flip to the back for ingredients, allergy warnings, and nutrition facts. And always check the date. If anything feels unclear, I slow down and breathe. Clear eyes, calm mind, better choices.
Mini scene. I hold a yogurt and read softly. Blueberry, 500 grams. Ingredients, milk, blueberries, cultures. I ask a clerk, what does this label mean? He points to live cultures and says, good for digestion. I find the expiry date on the rim and choose the tub with the later date. Easy win.
Another scene with milk. I saw lactose-free and asked, does it contain nuts? The clerk laughed kindly. No, that label means milk without lactose. I appreciated the polite correction. Labels teach me something new almost every trip.
When print is tiny, I hold the package near good light and read slowly. If I still can't find the date, I say, "Could you please point to the date?" Or, "Where's the expiration date?" Staff are usually happy to show the spot. Sometimes it's stamped on the cap.
Oh, and I watch for tricky words like natural on the front. The real story is on the back. The ingredients list tells me what's inside. The nutrition facts tell me how much. Front for style, back for facts. That little rule keeps me honest with myself.
Quick wrap-up before we head to checkout next time. Ask short, kind questions. What does this label mean? Is there added sugar? Does it contain nuts? Where's the expiration date? Compare two items with size, unit price, and date. Labels make shopping calmer and smarter.
Belt's loaded. I slide up to the register and say, "Hi, how's your day going?" The cashier smiles back, scans the first item, and the whole vibe feels calm already.
She asked me, "Do you need a bag?" I said, "Yes, one reusable bag, please." Reusable just means I can use it again. Sometimes I say, "No bag, thanks, I brought my own." And that works too.
Then came the usual, "Any discounts or coupons?" I told him, "No thank you," and remembered my store app. I added, "Club price is on my card," and he nodded while the sign changed on the screen.
Time to pay. I said, "I'll pay by card." Sometimes I ask, do I tap or insert? Today I tapped, waited for the beep, and the screen said, "Approved." If it asks, I enter my PIN or sign. Easy rhythm.
I used cash yesterday. I said, "Cash, please." When the total was exact, I handed over bills and coins and said, "Here's exact change." Exact change means the exact amount, so no coins back.
Once I needed to split it for a gift. I asked, "Could you split the payment? Half on a gift card, half on my debit card." The cashier said, "Sure," and walked me through the 2 quick swipes.
Little hiccup. One item didn't scan. I said, "I think this yogurt didn't scan." He tried again, then called, "Price check on aisle 4." A runner confirmed the tag, and the total updated without stress.
I returned bread last week because it was crushed. I said, "Could I return this? I have the receipt." The clerk checked the date and refunded it to my card. Keeping the receipt makes returns smooth.
While we waited for the price check, I made small talk. "Busy day so far?" He laughed. "Steady." I like one short line, then I step back so the line keeps moving.
After payment, I ask, "Could I get the receipt, please?" Or, "Can you put the receipt in the bag?" I glance at totals, coupons used, and make sure the reusable bag count is correct.
Before I leave, I smile and say, "Thanks so much. Have a great day." That tiny goodbye keeps the checkout friendly, even when the store is loud or the line is long.
Quick recap. Greet kindly, answer bag and coupon questions, choose your payment, card or cash, and follow the steps. Tap, insert, enter PIN, sign, take your receipt. For problems, ask for a price check or return with your receipt. Smooth and polite.
Before we wrap up, I did a quick shadow on the walk here. I whispered, "Excuse me, where can I find brown rice?" 3 ways: rising and friendly, steady and clear, then soft with a gentle fall.
I tried the price lines the same way. "How much is this?" Pause. "Do you have a smaller size?" Pause. "Is this on sale?" That little pause after the dollar amount keeps my brain calm.
For labels, I held a yogurt and read softly, "Strawberry, 500 grams." Then I asked the clerk, "Does it contain nuts?" And, "Where is the expiration date?" He showed the lid and explained, "Best before."
I love tiny role plays. I played the worker and answered kindly, "Dates on the rim, best before June 10. Then, "This one contains almonds, but that one is nut-free." Clear, short, and safe.
Checkout lines I practiced out loud while packing. "Hi, how's your day going?" "I'll pay by card." "Do I tap or insert?" "Beep." "Approved." "Could you split the payment?" Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Self-study that actually works for me. 1. Record a 30-second voice note after shopping. One win, one phrase. 2. Time the trip so it stays focused. 3. Pocket phrase card. 2 lines for help and price.
And 4, write 3 wins when you get home. Found an item fast, understood a price, or asked about a label. Small wins build confidence, like tiny steps on the same path.
Speaking of steps, I set one tiny goal per trip. Ask one clear question. If I need 2 things, I split them. First bananas, then rice. One request at a time keeps conversation smooth.
Quick phrase bank I kept in my head. Excuse me, where can I find... Which aisle is... How much is this? Is this on sale? Do you have a smaller size? Where is the expiration date?
And for checkout, do you need a bag? One reusable bag, please. I'll pay by card. Here's exact change. Could you split the payment? Close with, thanks so much. Have a great day.
Final advice. Be polite, speak slowly, and ask one clear question at a time. If you miss a word, breathe and say, "Sorry, could you repeat, please?" Kind voice, kind result.
Next up, we're planning meal budget shopping. Smart lists, zero stress. If this helped, subscribe, tap like, and share it with a friend learning English. See you next time at the carts.